I'm sure many of you can relate with this, but I feel like my 20s can be summed up in two words so far. What if? Before I go any further, I did just want to mention I am a little sick. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so if I do sound a little congested or anything like that, then that's why. I don't normally sound like this, I swear. Back to the topic at hand, though. If you're anything like me, you definitely have a lot of regrets from whether it's your teenage years or your early 20s or even just yesterday. Whether it's, back in high school, if you asked that girl to the prom, or if you majored in finance instead of, I don't know, computer science or something like that, so you could have like a better job outlook, because the tech market right now sucks, but I digress. Or whether it's something like very specific, whether you just decided not to go out to the bar with your friends that one night in college, or you just decided not to go to that house party back in high school where you could have met like a new friend or something like that. Something that I do really want to kind of get off my chest today is that just because we have regrets doesn't mean that we can't act on them today. For example, a big regret of mine is actually not taking YouTube more seriously, when I was 18, 19, 20 in college, because who knows where I could be right now. I could be, sitting at 100K subs or maybe even a million subs. Who knows? I could still have only like 20 subs or something like that. As I said, though, just because you weren't able to do that in the past doesn't mean you can't do that today. I mean, look at me. I'm 3 videos into my YouTube channel, and I've already had a video that's cracked 1,000 views, and I never would have thought that in my wildest dreams. But just because you didn't do something in the past doesn't mean that you can't act on it today. I guess what I'm kind of trying to say is learn from your regrets to kind of paint a bigger picture about why I chose the topic today. I've actually been thinking about this a lot recently. I'm currently working, an entry-level IT job. I'm 24 years old, but even somehow, regardless of how young I am, I still feel a bit behind my peers. I see all my friends from college living in the big city, kind of living their wildest dreams, and here I am, still living at home. Granted, I think I'm making a better financial decision, but regardless of that, I do kind of miss that sort of individuality that I had at college. Being away from family and just living on my own. Another big thing that I really regret is that I felt like I really didn't try all that hard in my life. Regardless of what people think, I was, an A/B student, with the eventual C here and there when I really struggled, but I felt like I was just kind of on cruise control my entire life. I really felt that I didn't really double down too much with many commitments. And I think that's partly because I never really got myself out of my comfort zone. It took me a really long time to actually kind of get out and meet people. I was roughly a junior or a senior in college when I really started going out with friends and experiencing, the nightlife of my college campus and taking it all in. I guess what I'm trying to say is that while those days are gone, while I can't go back to college or while you can't go back to high school or anything like that, we can make up for that time. Now, while the best time to take action on those regrets might have been when the regret actually happened, whether it was a year ago, 2 years ago, again, back in high school or something like that, the second best time is right now. And what I mean by this is if you're like me and you wanted to start a YouTube channel back in high school or anything like that, sure, the best time might have been, back in the day when creators are booming, but guess what? Creators are booming these days too. I truly believe that there's really no better time to start a content creation channel, whether that be on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or even Twitter or anything like that. These days we're more connected than ever before. If you really wanted to, you can talk to somebody 1,000 miles from you, or if you really wanted to, you can talk to somebody, I don't know, in Australia right now. And another big thing that I really want to put emphasis on is that it's never too late to start something. I don't care if you're 50 years old and you want to start a new career. Right now is the best time. For example, for me, I recently started investing, a large sum of money into the stock market just to kind of prepare myself for the future when I do want to get a new car or I do want to move out into a new house or something like that. And you think of the things like, oh, what if I bought GameStop back in 2020 or whenever that was? Well, that can happen again, just with a different stock. You never know. Or a lot of people always say, oh, I wish I invested in Bitcoin back in 2008 when it was, a dollar per Bitcoin or anything like that. Right now is the best time to invest in that. I really can't remember where I heard this quote, but it really stuck out to me. 10 years from now, take me for example, I'm 24 years old. 10 years from now, I'm still going to be 34 no matter what I do. So why not start working out, or why not start investing, or why not take that career change? Because no matter what, you're going to be 10 years older than you are now. Anyway, it doesn't matter, right? Now you might be thinking, well, that might sound a little unrealistic. You can't just drop everything and start a new career, right? And you're right, you do have to have some sort of tactfulness to it. Try thinking about it this way. You know, while you're working your current career, why not pursue night classes, or why not pursue certifications on the side? Or if you have downtime at work, why not watch YouTube videos on, you know, something you're interested in? And you might be thinking, oh, I don't have time for that. I have kids, I have other responsibilities, I have, you know, I have side hustles or anything like that. Think about it this way. Remember when I said that no matter what, 10 years from now, you're still going to be 10 years older than you are? Take your time with it. That doesn't mean that you have to rush into something and, you know, change your job tomorrow. Seriously, just take your time with it. Take it one step at a time. Now, take me, for example. I'm not jumping into content creation with 2 feet and quitting my job and giving myself a year to get 100K subs or anything like that. No, I'm doing this on the side while I'm currently working. And do I enjoy content creation a little bit more than my job? I'll be honest, yeah, I do. I really do enjoy, you know, creating videos. But again, you do have to remain realistic about it. For every 1,000 channels that, you know, pop off and, you know, get 100K subs, you know, within only a few months, there's probably triple or quadruple that amount that fail, that don't even crack 100 subs. To sum up my point a little bit, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you really need to tackle your regrets in moderation. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with 10K subs, and you're not going to wake up tomorrow in the ivory tower with that 100K salary and that remote job with that beautiful family. No, it's going to take time, and you have to do it in moderation. You have to take your steps. You have to take them really slow. Then and only then are you going to make up for those lost opportunities in the past, whether that's, again, in the dating world or in college or career-wise. So trust me, as someone who's chipping away at those regrets from the past, from, you know, me specifically, I'm trying to work out a little bit more. I'm obviously trying this content creation thing. I'm doing it one day at a time. I'm doing a little bit of work every day or every other day, and I'm chipping away at it. And even if it doesn't work out for you at the end of the day, at least you tried. At least you have that evidence that, hey, I tried this, it didn't work out, but now I know that this isn't for me, or that this might not happen. You're going to feel so much better and have so much more satisfaction when you try and fail at something than not trying at all. It's really cliche to say, but you really do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Keep swinging that bat. You're going to hit a home run one of those times. And one more thing I want to add. If you won't do this for yourself in the present, do this for yourself in the past. Make your past self proud by eliminating those regrets and taking advantage of them and experience new things. Because at the end of the day, I think that's kind of what my goal is. I want to shake my younger self's hand and say, hey, we did it, or I did this, I stuck to this, I was committed to this. And I did it all for you. I did it all for my past self. Now, I do want to hear from you. What are some things that you regret in the past, whether that be in childhood or in your teenage years, or maybe even last week? I'd love to hear in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want more of these videos, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.